Show you really quickly for people who don't know how to remove this painting from this block. So this painting is still attached to a Arch cold press watercolor block in the size 4x10, which is a very sweet tiny little size, and you can work in detail and make a very beautiful little miniature painting with this. Because you use a lot of water, you want to leave the painting on here until it's completely dry, and then it dries flat, and then you take it off. So what you need for this, I would not use an X-Acto knife because it scratches up the paper underneath it, but if you get this nice palette knife that you use to mix colors, if you're using, you know, wax or oils or acrylic, you don't really use it much for watercolor, but you use it for other stuff. You can use it just to get into this little pocket here where there isn't any glue, and then you can just slide the whole way around, and this paper should come off this block. So let's go ahead and do that. And sometimes it's... Sometimes it's harder to unattach this than otherwise appears, and you can see that I've just nicked the heck out of my paper on the other side, and I can't for the life of me understand why that had to happen on screen, on camera, but you can see that I can unattach this paper the whole way around, and now it's going just fine. I guess I just needed to embarrass myself. I mean, I have done it dozens of times, and I've never ripped paper, so I have to say I think that happened just because I was recording this, and sometimes that's the way life is. But this seems to be a particularly sturdily glued block, and you can see where I nicked this in the back there. But I'm gonna use some PVA pH neutral glue to set that down so that hopefully nobody will notice. And I'm just as shocked as you are that that happened to me, because I thought I was better at this stuff than that. I'm gonna use a teeny bit of glue here, just the smallest amount, unless I screw this up too somehow because I've forgotten how to use glue. I swear I'm not such a spaz with everything, but I pride myself on being kind of a perfectionist actually, so well, it's nice to know that when I mess up, I'm not necessarily profane. I'm not saying I'm not profane sometimes, but not necessarily profane. Or maybe I was just trying to be nicer because I was being recorded. Okay, so I'm going to try to patch this now. I've got some pH neutral glue right there. There's a little flap of paper right there behind this area that got nicked. And so I am taking some glue and putting it into that flap. Okay. Patch that up just a bit. So I've patched that up. I'm gonna push it down with a bone folder. So just press lightly around there. Turn it over. Press lightly. A little bit more glue. And this doesn't happen very often to me, as unlikely as that might seem, but when it does happen, I guess I've shown you how to take watercolor paper off of a block, and also how not to take it off of a block, and then also how to fix it if you take it off on a block in the way you're not supposed to take it off. So I hope that was helpful. Good luck.